Good morning. This is Sahar and Ready, and I am so excited today to be part of your morning on a beautiful Saturday morning in sunny California. Today, our webinar. Good morning. This is Sahar and Ready, and I am so excited today to be part of your morning on a beautiful Saturday morning in sunny California. Today, our webinar will be about um, four main reasons why entrepreneurs fail and show how to avoid them and achieve success. I'm sure that most of us that are online right now are either entrepreneurs, they have an idea to start up, or they already have a business and they want to expand it. So the show is about to start. Saddle up. Your undivided attention is required. So please close all the tabs on your computer, laptop, or tablet, and also please turn off your cell phones right now. Thank you. So before we go forward, I needed to ask you a few questions. Are you a person that feels stuck in a 9 to 5 job and stay in the job just because of the security of the paychecks, or because you are scared to take the next steps? If you stay till the end of the webinar, I'm going to be sending you my bonus, which is a success manifesto. It's a little ebook about success and some plans and templates on how to achieve it in a lot easier way. So have you ever thought about starting a business or just want to dip a toe in the entrepreneur lake while keeping your job or doing it part-time? Did you already start a business and you want to expand it but have no clue where to start or what to do differently? Are you frustrated, anxious, not knowing what to do or which step to take first? Are you just overwhelmed with all the pros and cons of entrepreneurship? Are you scared to start because you're afraid to fail, or you are afraid to lose what you have, be embarrassed, or even ridiculed? Are you too impatient to succeed and want to know the right steps to follow so you will not waste time, effort, or money? Or are you not sure what qualities of personality traits you need to become a successful entrepreneur? Do you wonder what it's really going to take to go to the next level of energy, clarity, and fulfillment when you're going to start doing what is good for you for a change? Do you feel you have a lot of obligations that you need to fulfill towards others, and you're pleasing others even if it means sacrificing your own needs and dreams? Are you still holding on to doubts, fears, worries that prevent you from reaching your next level that could be within reach, ready to grab? Or, like we all do, have you tried some gurus and experts program that promise you six figures products launching in 90 days? Yes, just 90 days. Or to become a millionaire in 6 months, just to discover that it doesn't work that way. If any of these sound like you and you want to go behind the scenes, learn to how to avoid these mistakes, lessen the trials and errors, then you are in the right place. Most importantly, I know exactly how you feel. I have been there. I worked most of my life in corporate till I became a corporate executive. But I was miserable, miserable. I worked long, long hours and I felt unappreciated. I was totally unsatisfied inside of me. At times I wonder if this all what life had to offer. Of course I liked the money. The money was great. The security of knowing that I'm having regular paychecks was awesome, though I felt a total void inside of me. And let me tell you, I changed my careers 4 times, and every single time I excelled in each one of them. With every single change that I would do, with all the anxieties and fears of starting something new that I don't know, I felt that I was still lost inside. I was tired, exhausted. I dragged my feet every single morning just thinking about the time I'm gonna leave work and go back home. I looked forward to my weekends. But at the end, even my weekends, in the beginning, I looked at go maybe have a good time with the family, having barbecues, going out with our friends. But at the end, I was so exhausted that all what I wanted was just stay in bed and watch TV. I had bosses that didn't know what they were doing at times, or some that they were just straight mean, or bosses that even took credit for my work and never even acknowledged what I was doing for them. I was so unhappy, so miserable that it bled through my whole life, even without me realizing it. When it started affecting my family life, because I was miserable, I mean, who wants to live with a miserable person all the time? I knew it was time for change. I knew that I needed a change. I didn't know what to do, where to ask for help. But with the support of my husband, I just quit cold turkey. And let me take you to that day, the first day when I didn't go to my regular work. When I woke up, the first thing that I did is look around me and said, okay, what am I supposed to do now? I don't have to punch a time card. I don't have to do anything. Maybe I could sleep for half more hour. But of course, I couldn't sleep. I kept turning around and around and around, and I got out of bed. And I said, well, I heard that when you work from home, you have to be like very disciplined. You have to go change and put like a professional suit. You have to sit on your desk like if you were really actually working. But I said, why should I even do that? I'm here by myself. So let me, you know what, just, I had a couple of dishes in the sink. So let me just go wash them. And so I did that. And then I went, oh, let me just make up the bed. So I did that. And then, okay, now what should I do? Where should I start? And this didn't go only that day. It went the second day, the third day, the fourth day, a week, 2 weeks. And then I didn't know really what to do. So I said, okay, let me start reading researches. I'm a good researcher. Let me start knowing what should I do to start a business. I did not prepare before. I mean, I had nothing that would lead me to know what is the next step. Like I said, I just had quit turkey. So I started doing some research, and obviously I knew the basics of having um, a business, meaning that you have to have an idea, a name, a business card, a mission statement, a vision statement, stationery, um, a business name that is registered somewhere, but I didn't know where that somewhere was. Make a long story short, for the first 9 months, I totally stumbled. And for the first 9 months, whenever anybody will ask me, so what is it that you do? I would say, I'm starting a business. And of course, for 9 months, I didn't have one single penny of income. It started to really affect us at home. Till one day, my husband told me, you know what, Sahar? You always keep saying, I'm starting a business when you actually have a business. Act like it. And that was, I mean, it was harsh to hear the truth, but it was a wake-up call. And I realized that I was looking for the perfect business cards. And I was looking for the perfect mission statement. And I was looking for the perfect vision statement. I was looking for the perfect time, the perfect client. But I realized that looking for perfection was making me procrastinate because I had a reason why I'm not starting. That basically, I was procrastinating because of the simple reason that I was scared. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. But looking for the basics to put things together gave me an excuse why I wasn't starting. But let me tell you, it was after 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, no income whatsoever. I started worrying. We were down to one car for both of us, my husband and I. So I knew that I needed to do something. I took a hard and honest look at where I was, evaluating my strengths, looking at my weaknesses, my opportunities, and my threats, as if I was a marketing plan for a project that I was due. I looked hard for mentors and advisors. I started researching and studying. I have spent, I'm not kidding, thousands of dollars during this year, and of course during all the years that I was working corporate. And I spent more than 18,000 hours learning what does it take to excel at what I call the dance of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship for me is a dance, is a beautiful dance, and it could be whatever you like. The samba, rumba, what, whatever you feel moves your body to make sure that you achieve beauty and excellence to the naked eye. But before excelling the dance, I bought program after program thinking that they hold the keys to the kingdom of entrepreneurship. Some of them, believe it or not, I still have them in their boxes. Or some of them are still in my email box because I didn't even have time to look at them. But it was my security blanket that I still had things to learn before I started. But after a year, I kicked all that inside and I jumped both feet first. And this is the only way I found that I could push myself to start. Just start. I believe in something. I believe if I don't know till I know. And if I don't try, I don't get. And if I don't ask, I don't get. And I just need to push forward. My name is Sahar Andradi, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I graduated from medical school, so I'm a psychiatrist by profession, but by education, I'm sorry. But my profession is choice. And what I do right now, I coach small business owners, startups, especially women. And I also do leadership training and consulting. I created six figures businesses, not in 90 days, not even in 1 year. It took me a couple of years of bruising and little successes till I learned the beautiful dance of entrepreneurship and the perfect steps to achieve it. So my story started after I was miserable in corporate and I went on my own. And the first year was just miserable. The first year on corporate, after leaving corporate, I was working 16 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. But it really helped. It really helped concentrate on whatever I wanted to do. I branded myself. I knew what brand I wanted to be. I knew if I wanted to be a solution to a problem that exists in the market or a gap filling whatever is needed in the market. I stumble a little bit, and my first business cards are a far cry from what they are today. And in the beginning, I didn't even know where to focus and where to concentrate. But with the help of mentors, advisors, my husband, and this is one of our pictures, and these are my little babies, Cami and Lexi, I found happiness and I found my voice as an entrepreneur and a small business owner, and I couldn't be happier. I have been living my dream for the last 6 years. I turned six figures after the third year. So it is doable. It just knowing. And that's why I wanted to share everything that I know to help you out in your small business or in your startup. I have been recognized by the California Senate and California Assembly as a local businesswoman as my commitment on making a difference in both 2016 and 17. In 2015, I was recognized as an inspirational woman, and my pilot entrepreneur programs for local cities has been featured in business journals and Yahoo Finance. My entrepreneur program also recently for a local city has been recognized by Congress in California. I'm very honored to have been part of hundreds, if not thousands, of entrepreneurs' journey being a business advisor at SBDC or Small Business Development Center, which is a subsidiary of Small Business Administration in the last 5 years, and through my own private programs. So my mission in life is that I help small business owners and entrepreneurs looking for the next level to succeed in starting or growing their business, not only to perform better, but to increase productivity and master the art of entrepreneurship and self-branding. And through self-branding, they can differentiate themselves, achieve success, and increase their revenues faster. This is my mission to you. So I decided to share a few things that gurus and experts don't want you to know about entrepreneurship. I wonder why they don't like to share that. Hence, my idea of sharing today the main 4 reasons of why entrepreneurs fail and how to avoid them, and most importantly, how to achieve success. Every small business starts with a dream. And this is how we should all start. Having a dream, having a vision of how we want to live our life, how we want our future to look. But it takes a lot more than dreams and ideas to start a business and to sustain its success. Entrepreneurship needs knowledge and resources to help our dreams come to fruition. And let me tell you this, startups are not for the faint heart. Why do I say that? Do we know what is the entrepreneurship failure rate? It's actually 80% during the first 3 years. And please don't let this scare you. Because if you look at the 80%, you should look at the 20% too. Yes, it's not a great rate, but it's doable, and I'm a living example of that. I'm not pretending to be already a millionaire from what I do, but I know I'm getting to thrive to be there, and I know it can be done. And that's why I decided to share my knowledge with you today. But I want you also to understand that don't be discouraged, because the stories about brands exploding on social media or otherwise are inspiring. It's great. I'm like, good for you, go for it. But they are very few and far in between. And the overnight success stories usually have long period of hard work and preparation. So people get to be entrepreneurs for many reasons. And we all have our own reasons, and they all are valid. So as an entrepreneur, what is your story? Since we all have our own story, did you ever think what brought you to today? What is making you wanting to be an entrepreneur or having a business? The first thing I always tell my clients is write down your story, unfiltered, uncensored, raw. Just write who you are, how you grew up, what has influenced you, where you are today, why you are here, and just write it without thinking. You will be surprised of what you will discover about even yourself that you didn't even sometimes think about by doing that. As entrepreneurs, we all start our business never thinking about failing. We work very hard, put our efforts, our hearts, our time, our passion, and money into our startups. Unfortunately, many fail, and success rate is not high. But the best part is that success is actually achievable. Successful entrepreneurs have a very unique set of mindsets and skills. Entrepreneurship is not a job, and it's not a title that you put on your card, and it's not the fantasy of putting president or CEO on your business card when you're all a company of one. But it's a mind shift from bad habits to healthier ones, and most importantly, healthier ones that stick. And I hear it a lot from my clients. Oh, I don't have time. I don't have this. And I always say time management is managing yourself around time and not managing time around yourself. And we need to remember that if you really, really want to succeed, please do not make any excuses. Having no time is just an excuse. It's procrastination. It's fear. It's just an excuse. Because if you really wanted that hard, you would work hard to achieve it. We need to prioritize things and know that our business, the first year or the first year and a half, will suck us dry. But look at the future. Start with the end in mind. Look at your vision, where you want to be, and take it backwards. And no matter what pain or efforts, it's like dancing. The beautiful dance that we see, even with Dancing with the Stars, they are beautifully executed. But what we don't see is behind the scene. The fall down that they get, the bruises that they get, the stumbling that they get, and sometimes the doubts, the anxieties, the fears. But they go on stage and they perform this beautiful dance of entrepreneurship, and they get the rewards of it. That's exactly what entrepreneurship is. What you're willing to put in is what you're going to get. As easy as that. Entrepreneurship becomes our life, our paychecks. So if we don't work hard for our own means of living and living a good life, then we have no business being entrepreneurs. And my clients know me that I don't sugarcoat things. I'm a very matter of fact, and I will push you playing devil's advocate because I believe that all of us have a genius inside of us needed to be celebrated. Like if you had that magic lamp that you just rub it and clean it a little bit so the genie get out, that's exactly what we have inside of us. All of us, we have a genie inside of us that is ready on our commands to do whatever we want him to do or we want her to do. And it's not only 3 wishes, but it's as many wishes as we would like. Entrepreneurship is a learned ability, and that's the best of it. It's not in our DNA, it's not in our genes. We're not born with it. It's a learned ability, so we can all learn to become successful entrepreneurs. But we need to pay attention to the environment that is around us. The best skill an entrepreneur can learn and apply is the speed of implementation, which means, and I learned that from Ibn Pagan, which means applying whatever we learn right away and use it immediately before it becomes stale. That's why I so believe in educating entrepreneurs about the pros and cons so they can implement it to excel at the dance of entrepreneurship. And it is up to you. It's up to you as a startup, as someone having an idea, as someone owning a small business. It's really up to you to make it or not to make it. It's in your hands. You are the master of your universe. No one else can control your success and achieving it except you. So first things first, let's start with what entrepreneurs mean, or what's the definition of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneur comes from a French word, actually, entrepreneur, and it means undertaking of self-motivation. Entre means connecting things or build self-motivation to create a business. Entrepreneurs are managers, owners, and people that run businesses. Even if we manage only ourselves in the beginning. We are risk takers. We leave the security of paycheck and of a cushy job behind, and we like to take risks. Of course, not foolish risks, calculated risks. No risk, no gain. The more risk you take, the more you can advance. And by the way, I have the Q&A going on, so I will get to the questions at the end of the webinar. I'm not going to do it in between, so it will not be interrupt the flow of the information. So please feel free to share your questions, and I will try to get to all of them. If not, we can keep in touch later on so I can answer your questions. Number 4, we are persistent people, because guess what? Life will throw you curveballs. Things will not go as planned, but we have that persistence, we have that resilience that we keep pushing forward no matter what obstacle and challenges come in our way. We look at obstacles and challenges in a different way. We look at them as learning steps, that are learning blocks that show us what not to do in the future, not something. No. And if you look at an obstacle or challenge the very first time from the get-go as something like, oh no, this is not for me, then entrepreneurship is not for you. We are creators of value. So we create a product or a service that help our clients, or we create jobs for others. And that's why we are creators. That is, in a very simple way, what entrepreneurs mean. So successful entrepreneurs are defined as people that have a great vision, and by the mean of that vision and hard work have managed to achieve a measurable control of their own destinies. We do what we do to create profitable businesses. But I want you to know, don't despair and don't freak out if you say, oh, I don't know what my vision is. I don't know what my passion is. And I hear it a lot. Sometimes we get so anxious that our thinking gets disturbed a little bit. And sometimes it takes a little bit to know who you are destined to be. And I know that in the beginning, I wasn't sure of what I'm going to do. My first business card read global marketing and event planning. And 6 years later, I don't do either. What happened is, like, I had friends that were around me that trying to help. I had my husband that was my rock, and I kept asking them. My husband kept telling me, it will come to you. Just keep pushing. It will come to you. Then one day I was speaking to one of my very dear friends, and she said, you know what? You are so good in cultures and marketing and leadership. Why don't you start there? And today, this is what I do. So you don't have to have your vision defined and passion defined from the beginning, because your destiny, what you are meant to be, will take you through your journey till you find it. Don't panic. The entrepreneurial style that we apply is actually unique to each one of us. So it's not as set in stones, and it's not ABC steps. It's a complex set of behaviors and attitudes that make us flexible or rigid when facing obstacles to complete tasks, solve problems, or even how we do customer service. The most important part in entrepreneurs is just to stay open-minded and flexible in what they do. And I know that it sounds counterintuitive that failure in entrepreneurship could be that high. But let me tell you something. When entrepreneurship fail, it's not because they are not trying and trying hard. Through my work with SBDC and local cities and even my own program, I started seeing common characters or threats in entrepreneurs that both succeed or fail. And I'm going to share some with you today. So I will discuss the 4 main reasons why entrepreneurs fail. And there are a lot of many others, but I'm going to concentrate on the 4 main ones, or what I call the rules of the road. The reasons of failure, that why entrepreneurs fail, is exactly what gurus and experts don't want you to know about entrepreneurship, or don't want even you to think about it. Why? We will discuss it a little bit later. But now let's concentrate on the 4 reasons of why entrepreneurs fail and how to avoid it. Reason number 1, it's not about you. When I first started my entrepreneurship dance or journey, my mentor very bluntly told me, no one cares about you except you. And my feelings got hurt, actually. And then along the way, I totally understand what she meant. So the first mistake that entrepreneurs do is that they spend every awakened hour working on their idea. Notice their idea, especially in the beginning. They think that what they have is the best unique idea ever created. It's the best thing that will ever happen to anyone. And they get into this tunnel vision where they only work on what they feel represent them. And let me tell you, I have heard sometimes some ideas that people think is so unique. And I have to gently tell them, you know what? Actually, I have 4 or 5 clients that have been doing almost the same thing. Nothing is really new in ideas, but our way of looking at them and executing them is what is unique. Our life stories and how it influences what we need to bring the market is what is unique. But the remedy of getting into that tunnel vision is we need to wear our audience thinking cap. We need to do the research on what the audience or the clients or the market segment that we are trying to serve want and need. What is important to them, not what is important to us. Because their mind is already made up. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs, when they think this is so unique to them, they release it just to find out that it's not selling, that no one is buying, because they never started with the right way of doing a survey, of asking people. And you can tell me, you know what, I don't know who to ask. I don't know. I don't have a mailing list. I don't know. You know what? There are, especially now with social media, there are so many things, so many ways that you can do that you can ask people, that you can survey people, that you can research things. And this is part of the programs that I offer. The second part, again, my mentor told me, no one cares about your product or your services except you. So the second biggest mistake that entrepreneurs think, that everything, the whole life, the sun, the moon, Earth, Mars, all the planets revolve around the product or the services. But the reality is that it's not about your product or your services. Again, as entrepreneurs, we work very hard on finishing our product or our services, again, without doing the proper research on what is needed, just to discover that they wasted their time, money, and sometimes even sacrifice close and family relationship to build their business, just to find out that it doesn't really mean anything to anybody. So the remedy to that is, the first thing that you need to think about is what products your clients, and the next word is very important, your clients think they need. Because sometimes what they want and what they need is totally different. So sometimes whatever they think they need is not what they actually need. They want something else. So that's why we have to be clear-minded to understand what is it that they need. And before anything, we need to realize, as a product or as a service, what is our role for these clients? Is it something tangible? Is it something concrete, or is it abstract? Is it something like, do you want to lose weight? Or is it something that, do you want to lose 10 pounds in 60 days so you can fit better in your clothes, so you can appeal to people, so you can find your better half? This is what it means. Is it very concrete, very measured, or is it something like very general? Because people do not relate to general things. Remember, the clients are so spoiled, the audiences are so spoiled today because we are in an era of so much information around that and so much distractions. And you need to pick up their attention in a second. So they will decide why buy your product, your service, and not someone else. And that becomes in your uniqueness again. They might not even know what they actually need. And it's your job to educate them, entrepreneur, as what you have. What are you doing? Are you helping them, and in what way and how? In a very concrete way. The third main mistake is not about what you know is needed. Get out of the tunnel vision. Get out of thinking only about what you know is that is needed in the market. So as entrepreneur, we know what we want to do. We know what we have a passion for. We prepare our business plans and our marketing plans. But I want you to know that both the business and marketing plan are not enough to start or grow a successful business. You have to maintain a flexibility with whatever information you receive or feedback that you receive so you can apply it right away. During my years at SBDC, I had clients that were so stubborn that they would not listen and think that whatever they are doing, that they have been doing for a while and is not getting them results, is what's going to take them to success. And if we feel that maybe there is another way, go parallel, try both. What are you losing? You're actually driving yourself maybe to success by trying something else. So the remedy for not concentrating on what only that you know, it's about what your client think and want. It's about what they need. They, I'm going to keep saying that, need as products and services. What are they missing? Basically, you need to think about it this way. As human beings, there is a principle of what we call 2 P's, pain and pleasure. And as human beings, we are motivated to buy a product or a service only if it invokes or evolves or touches one of 2 feelings that we have. Either it will decrease a pain that we have or increase a pleasure that we have. And studies show that 75% of the time, people will buy a product or a service that will actually decrease their pain rather than increase their pleasure. So this is where you need to start. You need to start with, is my product or service decreasing a pain for anyone or increasing the pleasure? And if yes, what kind of pain am I looking for? And it has to be, again, concrete. It cannot be abstract. You have to go deeply in details. The second part that you need to look at is your product a solution for a problem that exists in the market? Or is it filling a gap? We remember when Zappos started their business, they filled a gap in the market that were not servicing or serving people with that had an unusual size of feet. They filled that market and their success was overnight because it was a brilliant idea on how to fill a gap in the market. So I want you to think deeply. What pain are you decreasing or what pleasure you're increasing? Are you a solution and are you a gap? And believe it or not, more than less, I hear from my entrepreneurs clients that say, I'm both. You can be both, yes, but you can't succeed at both. You have to define what is your major gift. Are you decreasing pain or increasing pleasure? Are you a solution or a gap? And you can't appeal both to a client because you will confuse your client, you will confuse your audience. And if you're not clear about what you do, no one else will be. And that's why you have to be laser focused, laser clear about who you are and what you're offering and who's your audience. Actually, in order, who's your audience, what's your offering, and then who you are. The fourth one that I always encounter, and that is one of the differences between successful entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs that fail, is that you have never defined what success means to you, and only to you, not to your parents, not to your spouse, not to your siblings, not to your friends, not to your colleagues, not to society. And many entrepreneurs have the wrong definition of success. Many measure it only by money. But success means different things to different people. None of these meanings is right or wrong. If your own definition of success is not clear from the get go, from the beginning, trying to survive in the business can make us as entrepreneurs forget what success means to us. And success doesn't have to be huge. Success doesn't have to be $1 million or a multi-billion corporations, or it doesn't have to be that. It could be as simple as being a good parent, or having a great idea in the market that will help people, or um, whatever is important to you in life. That's what success is, and it's not measured by what other people think. Is whatever will make you happy. So the remedy for that is that as an entrepreneur, before we start, we need to understand what success means to you, and only to you. Like I said, it doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be something that inspires us no matter what it is. Yes, for me, success, it's important, to have money and to have good things in life. But for me, success means how I am living my passion, how am I doing what I like, how I stand on a stage and speak to hundreds and thousands of people and feel how I'm going to impact them. My most happiness comes when I hear people telling me, because of you, I did this. Because of you, I went back to school. Because of you, um, I left the relationship I was in and started a beautiful new one. Because of you, I started my business. Because of you, I changed the way I was looking at things. Because of you, my fear is my friend now. That's my passion, and that's what success means to me. So, how to start building success? And this is the most important part for us. In summary, knowing, defining, and getting into the minds of the proper niche of your audience is crucial to your success. And niche basically means who is your market segment. I don't want to go into terminology of marketing, but on zooming on who your audience or your clients are, and define them properly, because this is the base of your success. Knowing who you are serving in very details that we'll discuss in a second. And you need to create a persona, like if that person was right in front of you, based on psychodemographics characters, not only on demographics. They need, in before, like marketing before used to do demographics like gender, age, income, location, and all that. But now with the explosion of social media and of cross-cultural marketing, we need to understand the psychodemographics. Psycho meaning psychological factors of our clientele. What moves them to buy something? How do they think? What are their values? What are the beliefs? And now with all this online apps that we have, it becomes easier and easier. It's not easy, but it becomes easier to understand that. Like, for example, it's different to sell or to market to women than to men. It's different to market and sell to millennial or Gen Y than to baby boomers, than to Xers, than to Z, the Generation Z. It's different when you market and sell to African American, to Asian American, um, um, to different, to Hispanics, and even within Hispanics and within Asians and within, it's different from one culture to the other, and it's important not to box everybody in one box, but to understand the differentiation, what they need and how they need it to be presented to them, what kind of language they expect, what kind of pictures do they expect, and how to market to them. And it's not overwhelming, I promise. It has principles, it has guidelines, but people don't usually, gurus and experts, they might touch on the surface of that, but they don't go into details. And this is what I do. So you need to get deep to segment your market properly. And remember that marketing to everyone is marketing to no one. Jack of all trades is master of none. And this is what I see also uh, in the entrepreneurs, is that they want to um, have a net, like throw a net for to engulf everybody. And it doesn't work that way. When you do that, you actually dilute your message and it falls on deaf ears. And when it does, you don't get revenues, you don't succeed, you don't despair, and then, or hence, the failure rate is high. Remember always, I'm not sure who said this, but it's really, really true. Riches in niches. Because when you become niche, the more niche you are, the more money you make. And I know it's counterintuitive to say that, but it's the truth. Because the more you have a niche, the more you become an expert in what you do, or people perceive you as being an expert in what you do. And because you're an expert, you command or you demand more money. And you will get there after knowing who your audience is. It's exactly like, for example, going to a doctor, a GP or a general practitioner is great, but we know that the more they specialize, like being a neurologist or a cardiologist, they make a lot more money because they have a specific segment, of clients that need a specific need, and they will go to experts to pay more money. That's why we say riches in niches. So the main key to success and persevering it is achievable, and it lies in each one of us. It's about basically being laser focused and clarifying our why, our purpose. Why are we doing what we're doing? This is what will motivate us no matter how many dark nights we'll have, how many obstacles and challenges we will face. And we will face few, if not many. But what will push us to persevere, to sustain, is our why, knowing why we're doing what we're doing. After you get your why, ask yourself again 3 to 5 whys to get to the bottom of your purpose. That will lead to your own definition of success that creates your own happiness. And that's why I said success is different to each one of us, and you need to know your why to start knowing what is your definition of your own success. So this is my mission. My mission is, by assisting entrepreneurs, small business owners, and startups, and many womenpreneurs in their journey to grow and start their business, to impact the life, to show them the right way. So I realized that many of entrepreneurs think because it's a small business, they think small and they stay small. They keep their thinking limited. They keep their goal limited. And they keep their destiny limited. Remember what I said in the beginning. It's a mindset. It's a mind shift. So as a small business owner, all what they hope for, and I hear it a lot. I just want to make $1,000 a month, or I just need 2 clients a month. And let me tell you, especially for women, this is a way they communicate, and they use just. And when you use just, you minimize everything that comes after it. So please, please, please take just away from your terminology. So I hear some small entrepreneurs or small business owners tell me that I just hope to recover my minimum expenses. I'm not even sure what I will break even. They think they need to keep working long hours by themselves to save the money instead of paying someone like an expert to do some work for them or outsource something for them. So they don't take risk, and they don't dare to dream big. Why? Because fear gets hold of them. They start looking for, like I did in the beginning, for perfection or making excuses that I don't have time. They hide behind their business and they don't present themselves at the brand because fear gets hold of them. So please don't let being a small business owner make you small minded. And yes, the first 2 years are pretty rough and pretty tough, but you can break even. I broke even before the end of the second year. And I made money actually by the second year. And by the third year, by the end of the third year, I was already 6 figures. And it kept growing from then. This is my 6th year. I actually started in August of 2011. I remember that clearly that day. So don't let being small business or an owner of small business make you small minded. I learned that I needed to dream big, to get big results, to take risks, to have the courage to ask for what we want. Courage comes from a Latin word meaning that is cur, and cur in Latin means heart. So you have to have your heart in it 100%. I learned that I need to hire or outsource people to do the tasks that will take a learning curve from me, to learn to outsource and delegate. There are so many resources around us. There is Fiverr, there is Odesk, there is um, free resources around us that we can go and get people. Fiverr, you can get your logos done, your panels done. You can even get a whiteboard animation. And by the way, I'm not affiliated with Fiverr. So meaning I'm not getting any kickback or commissions from them. But you can get even doing your Facebook ads for you, pictures, and it starts with $5. You don't need to spend weeks to learn to do something when you can just give someone five, even $20, to do everything for you in 3 days. Learn, in order to make money, you need to spend money as long as you're doing it wisely. I learned that as a business owner, I needed to brand myself. So as a business owner, you need to brand yourself the proper way. And don't be apologetic about who you are. Share who you are with all the pride in the world. Your success depends most and foremost on your credibility. If people trust you, and if you hide behind your business, people will not get to know who you are, and they will not trust you. When people trust you, they will use your services and products because of you, because of your expertise, because of your kindness, because of who you represent, because of who you are, and not the other way around. So you need to put yourself as the face of your business and not the other way around. I learned to manage myself around time and not manage time around me. I learned that perfection is procrastination and that procrastination was rooted in fear. I learned that I needed clarity and focus as my foundation. I learned that miracles happen when I step out of the comfort zone. Comfort zone keeps us safe, and our brain is actually created to defend us, to keep us safe. That's why we get these fears and anxieties the minute we think about getting out of our comfort zone, our brain regurgitates all the bad experiences that we ever had to tell us, you know what, stay put, go back to your comfort zone. But it's not easy and it doesn't happen overnight. It's a learned ability, but we need to keep pushing those walls of comfort zone one step at a time, one day at a time, one thing after the other, one foot in front of the other. I learned that in order for things to work, I need to work it. That if I don't ask, I don't get. And that I learned that I will never know till I know. If you don't ask, you don't get. If you don't ask, you 100% you will not get. But if you ask, you have a chance of a 50-50 of getting what you want. I remember the first time when I launched my business, I wanted to learn how to do it, how to approach corporate accounts. I was on the inside, and this was my first time on the outside. So I was a member, I was actually on a board of one of the association, and the president of that association had actually a big consulting firm, and I wanted to learn. So I was so anxious, and I remember when I went to approach her, my heart was beating. It was almost exploding out of my chest. But you know what? I like kind of clenched my fist, and my teeth were like next to each other, and I felt like so embarrassed and scared, and I just pushed myself, come on girl, you can do it, you can do it. So I went to her and I said, hi, I am starting up and I wanted some help, and I wanted to know that if you ever need assistance, I would love to shadow you or help you in whatever you do as a volunteer, just to learn the ropes. And if you don't mind that I will shadow you for a while, I would greatly appreciate it. And she turned around, and I had already, by the way, started all my social media presence and my branding for a few months before. So she knew who I was, and she said, I know who you are. Actually, it was a Thursday. I will never forget that. She said, on Monday, I'm starting a big client and I was looking for help. What about if you come and help me and I will pay you? And that was my first paycheck. And believe it or not, I still have a picture of that check that I keep in plastic wrapping. That is my reminder always that if I don't ask, I don't get. After that, everything has been history. That was my beginning. I dared to ask. I dared to be vulnerable. I dared to be rejected. But you know what? I found out through all the last few years. When I ask, 90% of the time I get. And it gets easier, by the way. Like I said, it's a learned ability. I learned that fear will always be there. Being fearless doesn't mean that you don't have fear. It means that you act despite of fear. And by the way, they nicknamed me the fear whisperer. I learned that I needed to make fear my friend, to go ahead despite of it, not because of its absence. Actually, fear, I made it the window to my future. And I'll explain how. When we fear, we look or we fantasize or we see all the catastrophes and calamities that can happen if we take a certain approach or a certain move. So, since fear shows me the worst case scenarios of what can happen, I assure myself as much as I can from the beginning. And whatever I achieve that is less than the worst case scenario, that my brain can cut it together, that means that I succeeded. It's a mind shift. It's shifting from bad habits to healthy habits and to make them stick, like I said in the beginning of the webinar. I learned under the teaching of the best, like Brendan Burchard, Eben Pagan, Ted McGrath, Mary Morrissey, Amy Porterfield, and many more. I learned something from each one of them. But I realized that most of the gurus and experts and the media make entrepreneurship sound very exciting and glamorous to undertake. You will have your own schedule. You will make millions. You will be your own boss. And truth cannot be further away from that. Because for every client that you get, they become your boss. But the difference is that you choose your own bosses and you can fire them anytime. Your schedule is not yours anymore because it depends on the business that you get and on your clients. And most of the time, your mind will be working, if not physically, but mentally on your business. But you will learn with time to have work life balance. It's not 50-50. If you're thinking it's going to be 50-50, we are deluding ourselves. But you learn of what works in your life. So as if they glamorize entrepreneurship as if it was a trip that you take around the world on a carpet, on a magic carpet that takes you everywhere without you paying your dues. But it's not true. They have been selling the dream without telling you or talking about the nightmare or the collection of nightmares that entrepreneurs go through before getting to the other side and start living your dream. They sell you the dream, the success, the destination without taking step by step through the journey. So you're not prepared. And you perceive or you expect that by uh, by just doing what they tell you, you will get the results that they claim it is. So the steps of the journey is what gets in your way. It's easy to dream, but executing the dream is the nightmare that most of the time will make you stumble till you get to live your dream. The gurus and experts, or most of them, just describe the end result with all its glory. So the hopefuls and dreamers, and I was one of those, buy the product. They start these programs all hyped up just to fall flat on their face, as they were not warned or prepared of the challenges, obstacles, and difficulties that they would meet. So they sell you the mirage of making your first six-figure products in 90 days or how to become a millionaire in 6 months. And we all fall for it because we want the results they describe. It doesn't happen. So we buy the upsell, then the next one, then the next one, then we give up. People don't achieve their goals or their dreams because they're not prepared for the sacrifices, for the obstacles, for the nightmares, and the efforts, and even the bruising of getting to the results. And when you're not prepared for that, you don't achieve what you want. But it's actually easy to achieve what you want, to achieve the success, to make your dream come true if you are prepared of what you have to go through. This is where I come in. I decided to make a difference. I decided to take you through the nightmare that precedes the dream. The dance of entrepreneurship is beautiful. It's pretty. But if you know that you're going to suffer a few falls, pain, and bruises till you perfect it, it becomes okay. So, this is how my idea was born. My idea of so you think you can entrepreneur. If you feel that there is a gap between where you are now and where you see yourself going, if you're not sure how to bridge that gap or even are afraid to making that shift in your life, or you're not sure of what steps you need to take, or what if anything and everything goes wrong, you're not alone. And you don't have to do it or you don't have to be alone. Because so you think you can entrepreneur is an exclusive membership and proven training program that offers A to Z learning modules, videos, resources, and support. All of them designed to get you or guide you through each step of the intricate dance that is entrepreneurship. And I am dedicated to your transformation. This community is for you, and I'm behind it 100%. I have invested hundreds of hours and pooled my most valuable content and resources to ensure that you achieve success as an entrepreneur. Our business community offers a safe space through which to ideate, connect with those who think like you, and bring your business concept to life. We not only provide learning modules containing invaluable content like videos, but we also offer group coaching calls and an active online community comprised of other members who support one another through relationship building, thought leadership, and personal resources. I will guide you so you can avoid the pitfalls and errors I experienced in starting my first two businesses. I spent many years investing large amounts of money learning the hard way. Now I'm bringing decades of experience across business, diversity, HR training, and leadership to you. We don't have to go through the pain and nightmare of learning the complex steps alone as you go. Instead, you can gracefully step into the fast paced and beautiful chance of dance that entrepreneurship promises. What is in it for you in that community? When you join my comprehensive entrepreneurship training program, you will gain access to the following: weekly releases of training videos, weekly group coaching calls, experts interview in whatever you are doing, automatic membership to private and exclusive Facebook group, three bonuses valued, three free bonuses valued at $777, yours to keep even if you cancel. It's an online training program that you basically do it at your own pace, at your own schedule. Everything is archived. You can access the material at any time you want, repeat the modules over and over and over on unlimited basis until you feel confident to move to your next step. So, what does every session of every meeting offer? 45 to 60 minutes training videos containing clear step by step instructions, downloadable templates, blueprints, action plans, worksheets, and other resources. 45 to 60-minute group coaching calls or expert interviews. Short guided videos content keeps you engaged in the learning process, better able to absorb the information and be well equipped to later apply the material to your business concept. All the sessions will be archived for your convenience. More about the free bonuses that are valued at $777. The first one bonus is what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is not only about business plans, cash flow, and balancing checkbooks. It starts and ends with you, who you are inside out. How hard are you willing to work? What is your vision? Are you persistent enough? Are you resilient? And mostly the strength of your mind. And this is what I will be sharing with you in that free bonus or ebook. I will share the pitfalls to avoid and uncover the foundation of entrepreneurial secrets as well as learning the principles of personal productivity. I help you rewire your mind to create pathways in your brain that will become habits. Bonus number 2, the art of goal setting and how to make them achievable. Achieving your goals is the number one skill for your entrepreneurial success. Goal setting is not about smart goals and resolutions. Smart is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time fixed. But it's about using your resources as efforts, time, and dedication. Goals give direction in all areas of our lives, either personal, career, or even spiritual. All dreams are attainable. They all start with a plan. You will get to know your own performance levels, time wasters, why you procrastinate, and how to get ideas to plan and achieving your dreams. You will gain tips, advice, strategies on effective goal setting, which will help you motivate yourself to starting your journey and achieving your goals. At the end of the ebook, you will get a blueprint, a general blueprint to achieve your short and long term goals towards living your own dreams. Number three, the art of self motivation. And it's crucial for entrepreneurs to be self motivated, to keep pushing yourself. Without motivating yourself, you will find it a lot harder to get results. One can produce a fairly reasonable standard of work, but to exceed expectations, it's what's essential to self motivation. There is a difference between external and internal motivation, and in the work, the ebook that I'm offering for free is you get to know the difference and which type applies to you. You will learn your triggers, challenges to get yourself motivated and develop your own toolbox. So before you say, I don't know how to sell, I don't know what to sell, I don't have time, or I don't have the skills, or I don't know where or how to start, I want you to really think, isn't it time for you to achieve your dream? Get what you want, what you were destined to be? You know you deserve it. You know that inside, but maybe you don't know how to achieve it. It's time for you to step into your light. Free the genius that is inside of you and be the successful entrepreneur you know you can be. Be part of a community, a system that takes all the guesswork out of the execution of your startup or the growth of your business through an award winning program with other entrepreneurs. I don't have special powers. Success is achievable. I did it. It's not a theory. Whatever I'm offering is not a theory. And there are ways to do it. And this is what I will be sharing with you day in, day out. There are some testimonials that I'm sharing here with you really quick, like from Web Group Leadership Development, that Sahar is awesome. She's more than a teacher, educated, consultant. She shares knowledge. She impacts and motivates you. You literally learn to reinvent yourself, no matter where you are in life, what you think you want to do with life. From Chantrace of Christian Action Heroes, walking in this journey called life can be very challenging. When you consider having your own business, it could be frightening. I would speak with Sahar, and there will be days when I wanted to cry and actually did. She never judged me. She has a way of making you feel that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. She not only encourages you, she gives you sound, practical, proven advice. I knew my passion was being an entrepreneur for many years. I was just afraid to follow my calling. From Thurman, I had the powerful opportunity to work with Sahar in a 12-week entrepreneurial program. During that time, Sahar provided invaluable services to me that has helped push my business forward from concept to implementation. She is very knowledgeable in business administration, marketing, business planning, economic development, and growth. She has in depth knowledge of all the trending business strategy and has core values that have demonstrated to me proven and efficient results. The resources that she provided me are a must have set of solutions for anyone that is interested in starting or growing their business. I was able to increase my clientele, sales, and revisualize my services and products with Sahar's help. From Chef Mick, I feel like I can't put in words how helpful Sahar's and Raj's coaching has been for myself, my business, and in my professional growth over the past few years. As I write this, I got a confirmation of the air date of my upcoming appearance on an episode of a popular Bravo TV show on 314. This is coming right on the heels of me being discovered on the Food Network and appearing in one of their biggest hit series. Chef Mick, I'm so proud of you. From Carmel Mims that actually started Pet Porter Pals. She says, Sahar has been absolutely amazing with her immense amount of knowledge, passion, and dedication to helping myself and other aspiring entrepreneurs succeed. Prior to meeting Sahar, I was lost in terms of which career path to take and was feeling very frustrated and discouraged with myself. An assignment she presented regarding our passion sparked an idea that would allow me to transform my passion into a business that would make such a positive impact on many people's life, and for that I can never thank her enough. She has changed my life, and as a result I will be able to change the lives of others as well. Thank you so much. Know what you will get. You will connect with your true potential and define it. You will calibrate your dreams so you won't be all out there, not connecting with your dreams to reality and ending losing steam. You will test your ideas and turn them to concept. You will shift your self image to align it for what you want to create. You will be a part of a tribe that propels you forward and helps support your dreams. All these are results. We will help you get a clear and focused vision, being aware of what you are capable of. It will help you envision your future goals and achieve them. It will help you know your why and purpose. We will deal with your self limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, and fears. We will help you with your personal productivity. So, what is it that we offer in the community? Weekly workshops, group coaching calls, or expert interviews. Being part of a private tribe with like minded entrepreneurs that wanting to succeed. Access to the archives at any time at your own leisure. Access to myself and other members of the community. Being part of an exclusive Facebook. Blueprints, action plans, downloadable forms, and personalized individual development plans. Three free bonuses valued at $777. 30 minutes free one on one discovery session with me. Most of all, holding you accountable for your own business. Must be costing a fortune, right? No. So what's the investment? Total value is 2135 a month with 4 sessions every week and 30 minutes free session bonuses and all that. But actually it costs less than the cost of a daily cup of coffee, not even Starbucks. You have two choices: a monthly membership of $29 or a yearly late rate of $296. Again, a monthly membership of $29, and I think it's a no-brainer, or a yearly rate of 296 where you save 15%. But the rates will not last forever, and our groups will cap at 30 per group. Seats are limited, and we will close the membership till next winter after filling the group. Hurry to get your spot today. So, what can you do to become part of our successful tribe community of entrepreneurship? Join our membership site today. Receive the three free bonuses. Access starts on September 20th and the launch is on September 21st. The link to be a member is, as you can see, http bit.ly/capital F for success offer. And I'm going to post it into the chat box. So the link is bit.ly/for success offer. So let's go back to the chat and I'm going to post it right here. So all of you can have it. And let me go and show you how it actually looks. So this is the offer, and as you can see, these are weekly secrets of successful entrepreneurship revealed. Welcome to You Think You Can Entrepreneur. It's an exclusive site. What would it mean to you to get behind the scenes to learn the steps of dance of successful entrepreneurship, saving yourself not only most of the heartaches, pains, and pitfalls, and also loss of money, effort, and time associated with startups and business expansions? There is no need to struggle with uncertainties, anxieties, and fear of failure. So the membership offers again weekly release of training videos, group coaching calls, bonuses, downloadable, and I'm going to be sharing it with you right now. So this is the offer. Weekly secrets of successful entrepreneurship revealed, what it would mean for you, what the membership site offers, as you can see. You will get access to the exclusive bonuses. You have your pricing option, which is $29 monthly or $296. So the $29 monthly payments will have monthly membership, three free bonuses, coaching calls, and free resources. The 296 includes all that with 12-month membership access, but also 15% gratitude discount for you. Clicking on each one of them will take you directly to the offer. Start being part of the So You Think You Can Entrepreneur tribe today. We are so confident that you're going to love our community. So, my guarantee to you is that I'm offering you 60 days, 60 days, risk free, money back guaranteed, no questions asked. If it's not right for you, you just, if it doesn't exceed your expectation, just email us and we will send you a refund. Just by clicking here, it will take you to the offer. Again, the link is bit.ly, bit.ly slash for success offer. To reach me, my email is info at reinventyourself to greatness.com. And I'm going to put it on your screen right now. So this is the website and also my website, so you think you can entrepreneur.com. This is the email and this is the phone number 818-861-9434. It's a no-brainer. Just $29 a month to get you started. So let me look really quick at the questions and answers as I have. Oh my God, there are so many. I'm not sure I'm gonna get uh, to all of them. So let me pick a couple. The first question is actually from Joe, and he is asking, is like, what does it mean to have a 30-minute one-on-one discovery session with you? It means that once you sign up to the program, what you will get is we will get on the phone and we'll speak one on one. I will ask you a few questions. I will know what you are looking to do, what you're looking for, and what you're willing to do, what you're looking for, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. Um, I'll give you plans, I'll give you ideas, and how to follow up on uh, the plans that you need. Let me look at the second question. Okay, it's from Alicia, and she says you talked about self-branding and putting yourself as the face of your entrepreneurship. What does that mean? And to Alicia, I say that part of the uh, either the group coaching calls or the training sessions will be about how you can actually um, promote yourself without being salesy, how to self brand yourself, how to show your uniqueness, how to share if you are a solution or you are a gap, if you are a pain or a pleasure. We will talk about all that. And the group coaching calls, we'll get on the group coaching calls. And what we will do, we will actually, if you have any ideas that you want to test, if you want to do whatever, we'll be able, all of us, to do it together. I think I have time for one more question. Let me look around here. Okay, the question is from Diane. Is how long the archives are going to be there? Well, the archives are going to be there forever. So whatever the sessions will be there, the group coaching calls will be there, and it's only accessible exclusively um, to the members, and it's at your own pace as long as you're a member of the community. Um, okay, one last questions, and then I will have to say goodbye. Rosa. Rosa is asking, what else is offered into the membership? Okay, what will happen is that I will have a lot of videos and a lot of documents and a lot of forms and a lot of templates that you can use going on. And if you ever get stuck, can always email me, and we can. I promise I will respond between 24 and 48 hours. Okay, my friends, we come at the end of this webinar. It has been my honor to share the last hour and a half with you. I'm looking forward to see you on the other side. Uh, Please invest in yourself. You are your number one asset. You have a light. You are a genius. We all have a light. So spread that light not only to yourself, but to lighten the path of other people around you. You have it inside of you. Let's do it together. You don't have to do it alone. Till then, hoping to see you on the other side. Again, the offer is bit.ly, bit.ly slash for success offer. For double capital FOR success, capital SUCCESS offer, capital O, F as in Frank, F as in Frank, ER. Till I see you next time, my tribe. Have a beautiful weekend. This is your host, Sahar Andrade, and I'm signing out. Till next time.